Sunday, guys. How's
everyone doing? Hello.
We got someone interactive with us today.
Yeah, Potato. Hello.
Hello, Mize. Hello, Patrick and Devdig. What up? How's it
How you
going?
doing? Woo. Pretty lazy morning for me, not gonna lie.
Yeah,
Chilling,
just chilling.
playing some games.
Yeah. Same.
I mean, I did a thing.
You did a thing. You did an amazing thing.
Yeah,
I don't think you had a lazy morning at all.
I did a thing.
Nice.
Doing good.
Potatoes, thank you for that part.
Celine has been drawing some art. I have been frosed.
You have been frozen.
And I did a little thing. Did a little thing.
You did.
Granger.
Granger, thank you so much for your fart. Welcome. Happy Sunday.
Was there a fart?
Yeah.
Was it just a tiny fart? Because it was 41 instead of 42.
Skinny fart.
It was one bit off. Damn it.
It was a
Thank you.
skinny
Thank you.
fart.
How's it
And
going, Granger?
We're starting off strong with a cuckoo treat reading. Imagine
Damn.
that. Where's the cuckoo? She's behind you.
Thank you for the Frojad, Patrick. Appreciate it.
Mice, thank you for your fart. How many treats shall I give her? 4.
He's on the move.
She's on the move. You could see her tail. Wait, you gotta snooze the ads.
Yeah.
Snooze them.
Yep.
Everyone must view the get.
Doing better. I think things are starting to calm down, so hoping to get back to Devon soon. Nice. Good to hear.
Did you just swallow that one whole? She just swallowed that. She didn't even chew it. That just went like straight down her gullet.
I've also been trying to like psych myself up to work on our projects more often. Right now it's like weekends, and then Thursdays we do some work on the Cat Cafe game. But I'm trying to find more energy to like consistently work on the projects. Maybe not every day, but more than I am currently. We'll see.
There's so many things to do that sometimes it's difficult to grasp. You know, to like pick a thing.
Yeah.
You know, I feel like I find myself thinking of like all of the things at once, and
we have this vision of what the game needs to be, but like the road to getting there seems so far away right now.
Yeah, it's hard to kind of just like break it down into concrete little edible bites.
Hello, Louise. Good to have you.
Louise, welcome.
Happy Sunday. And Mr. Zombie. Hello. Potato says, I tried to fuck myself up.
Psych. I think you mean
psych myself up too. But seems like I'm not as good as you. What?
It's difficult to get that energy going. That's for sure.
Yeah, it has phases. You know, sometimes I'll code nonstop for weeks straight. And then I just want to be lazy and play video games. Yeah. It is what it is.
Yeah.
Mr. Zombie says, who are these two lovely people on my pewter screen? What wonderful stuff are they going to get up to today? What adventure are they going to take us on?
Adventure, Mr. Zombie.
Well, this morning I thought the doc needed to be a little more sus. So I gave him I used the existing sprites that Celine made for us to add a little susness to him.
I love that so much. When you showed me this today, I was like, holy crap. How did you do that? It's awesome.
Please tell me his butt is in production. Maybe. We're doing a profile animation.
We're doing a side view today.
Maybe it will feature a butt.
Yeah. his earpods in and he's jamming. Yeah.
But yeah, I wanted to give him a little shifty animation. Me and Celine were talking yesterday, and we mentioned this, and was like, yeah, that needs to happen.
He needs to kind of look around a bit sus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm very happy with it.
I think it's awesome.
But yeah, plan for today. I mean, Selena's been playing around with capsule designs, right?
Yeah, I'm not sure what I want to do yet. You know, I want it to look dynamic. I want it to have like visual intrigue.
So those are two options, either the one on the left or the one on the right, and obviously one half of the capsule would be the logo itself.
Basically, yeah. Because for this one, it's like quite small, so you definitely need like half of it to be taken up by the name.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure which one I like better. The little scared guy running in the background.
Yeah. Like the one on the left, it emphasizes the dock and the
Yeah.
character design, whereas the other one allows more space for other elements around the dock.
Yeah.
Rough.
Yeah. Both. I mean, I could always just draw both really big, and then they're just assets of the dock, and I can just put them in different things, I guess. But
It'd be cool if you could A/B test capsules on Steam and then just select the one that performs better. I don't think you can do that, but that would be cool. All the veggies be dueling me.
Diz, hello.
Hey, Des. You can't? Maybe you can. It's not something I've seen. But also I haven't looked for it, so maybe. Potato wins.
Oh no, you're not having much luck with those, are you?
But yeah, plan for today. Lean. We need those leg sprites, right? We're gonna test that out.
Oh snap.
Then Selena's gonna start working on the running animation because we wanna, you know, not have this anymore. At least for the dock, it'd be cool to have him actually running around.
For chance.
Yeah, and I'm gonna be focusing on gameplay today. Yeah, I think I'm probably gonna focus on the humans so that zombies can target and attack humans as well, so that they can get turned back into zombies to get the core mechanics in place before we start focusing too much on polish. So, yeah. That's the plan.
The only thing rigged is the dog's beard.
Gonna make an account called Angry Carrot. You could call it Carrots in Pants Cannot Be Trusted. The head bob is really nice. Yeah, I'm happy with it. It just gives him a little, like, the idea that he's plotting something, you know?
Yeah.
You know? Wait, no, don't say that. X-Swap, hello.
Hello.
We're doing good. How are you? Happy Sunday. Right. I think first things first is just for game feel, while we figure out the actual targeting, which I think you're going to target your attacks with the mouse or the right stick on a controller, but we don't have that yet. So for now, I need to outline a zombie if you're in range to apply the cure. I think that should be the plan. So we're gonna start with that. I think you should be able to warp the leg mesh for the animations. Warp the leg mesh. The leg is a sprite. It's not a mesh. I don't know how that would work in Godot.
Lullen, hello.
If I can, like, bend it or something. Hey, Lullen. Hello, hello. Fellow frog and human. Dude, I'm this bad at electronics, or this soldering iron is worse than I thought. Oof. Yeah, I've never dabbled in that stuff. Sounds complicated to me. Yeah, so we have the leg. I can like squanch them, change the scale and stuff, but I don't know how I would warp them. I don't know. Don't know. The current plan we have is to have a slightly different sprite where the leg is bent, and then that can be switched.
But also, I was gonna kinda recolor some stuff. Try to fix the texturing.
Right. Is a sprite an actual thing? In most modern engines, it's really just a mesh with a texture slap on it. I mean, I don't know. The short answer is I don't really know. Not something I looked into before. There's probably a different node that you would use, so it wouldn't be a sprite. Maybe it's like... something else that can be shaped.
Have I been catted? Wowzers. Thank you.
Okay. Open up our player scene, which is this. Oh. Nice. Remembered. I remembered the shortcuts.
Wow.
Okay. I need to change this weirdness. Transform 0, 0. Melee detector.
Nash fan, hello. How are you? Are we still working on the mining game, or is it on the back burner for now? That is very much on the back burner for now. We are focusing on this game. The mining game was basically a prototype to get us the skills that we needed to make this game. So that has always been the priority. And now that we were happy with that we can achieve what we set out to achieve, we've kind of now just shelved that while we make progress here.
Yeah. I reckon, you know, if we start getting a little burnt out on this one, we'll use that project as the palette cleanser.
Yeah.
Every once in a while. But yeah, for now we're pretty hyped about this one.
David, thank you so much for your fart.
And Potato had a question for you. I don't know if it was a real question.
On food? I made a potato that's holding some coffee but has zero idea how to make the pants look normal. Listen, I'm not sure I can help with that.
Is that not something you've encountered before?
I don't think I have much experience drawing fruits and veggies, to be quite honest. I would maybe look at some cartoon references, like maybe like SpongeBob or things like that. See how they handle it. There is a mine in the cyberverse full of dwarves endlessly mining.
Yeah. Poor dwarves. I don't know, there was something about that project. I don't know if it was we weren't quite finding the fun in that project fast enough, or we were getting too excited about this one and we just wanted to work on this one. Nerds! Hello, Nikki!
Hello, hello!
How's it going? Welcome on in. Hope you had a great stream. Yeah, I've lurked a bit in your stream lately. If you have any links you'd like to share about your project, let me know. You can whisper it to me.
Yeah.
If you'd like.
Mrs. Zombie, thank you for the lurk. Good luck with your project. Titan Roboduck, thank you so much for the fart. Welcome to today's Sunday stream.
Hey, Liam, how's it going? I have to say, if I attempt to share it, you'll block me, but I'll whisper it to you. yeah. No, the links are disabled, but if you send it to me, I'll post it in chat. Co-working mode, fair enough. Good luck, Mr. Zombie and Liamo, on your projects. Okay, so we have our zombie. Which we also want to center everything, because this was just not a good idea. So let's do that. I'm gonna put everything back to 0, 0, origin. Ooh. Anthony Gaming, hello, hello, and Rod Fishy, good to have you. Welcome on in.
Welcome on in.
Yeah, Nikki was saying, I hate inventory systems. It does sound like a bit of a nightmare. There's a lot when you implement containers. Play an inventory and a hotbar, and then have a drag and drop between them, right? Everything has to be connected, right? Not something I've done before. What am I missing here? This one. Okay, and then we'll just move the sprite a little bit. That should be fine for now. Cool. Okay, so we need to outline our zombies. However, our zombies are still using the old method. So we need to convert them into this sub-viewport. Sub-viewport way of doing things. Yes.
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 Whoa, thank you for that hydration.
Cheers. Sent you a link. It's a couple of weeks old now since that version, but you can see the cover image, which is awesome looking. Check it out. Oh yeah, look at that. So we have Pioneers of Fringe. Really cool vibes on this art here. It's like Western, but the animals look kind of alien.
Yeah.
Isometric farming simulation RPG. It's a world that is at the dead end of a line of gates, mostly isolated from the rest of civilization. Whoa. Oh yeah, this is the one we were talking about before, right? Yeah. I remember. Nice. Good stuff. I like the low res art style. I quite like the character silhouette there. And this little friendo looks very cool. Good stuff. So that's Pioneers of Fringe. Anyone interested? There you go. No worries. Thank you for sharing. Okay, so we need a new scene. We're gonna call it Zombie Body. And it'll be similar to this. Let's go entities, zombie body. And this will have a sprite 2D. Where right now we'll just do that. We'll add some guides. 300 by 300. We'll place this friendo in there. And then back over here, we're going to have a sub viewport. So sub viewport, and then we instantiate the 2D scene, and then we change the sprite 3D to use a viewport texture from that sub viewport. It is what did I do wrong here? Oh, I'm on this. Right. Okay. So it's 300 by 300. Transparent background. There we go. Have you all met Seribot? My help with your fear of links. It's a great bot. I've not used Seribot. I used... What's the other one? What's the other popular bot? I can't think of the name now.
Nightbot?
Nightbot, yeah. Which had a links thing where you could like grant permissions and it would automatically delete links from chat. The problem I found...
Was he a bit too aggressive?
No, the problem I found was that, at least for me, I use BTTV or like 7TV or something. And right. I assume that a lot of other people do as well. And the default for that extension is to show deleted messages. Like it makes it so that they're not deleted from chat. Which means for those people, that link would still be visible. So that is the problem.
Okay, I don't know if this is better. I don't know if we wanna do this. Maybe I save him and you put him in the game next to the current dock and see what you think.
Right, is like really aggressive.
Yeah.
So what, you up the size, both the size and the contrast?
Yeah. No, maybe at the distance. Maybe at the distance it will be good. But
yeah, let's try it. Yeah.
Because it looks a bit crazy for now.
Yeah, you can export it just like that, and
just him.
I'll just put a sprite.
Yeah.
In there with it. Yeah.
Okay.
Dropped a link to a tutorial on stream chat. Thank you.
So we do.
Basically, use mesh deformation similar to how meshes deform in 3D, but you do it in 2D. And it appears it's using bones to achieve that. Yeah. Right.
Hello, Brainoid. How's it going?
Hey, Brainoid. Okay. Yeah, so at the moment, we're not using skeletons, but that would be one of the pros for using skeletons. Yeah. Yeah, I'll definitely give that that video a watch. Yeah, Potato, there's a lot of different chat triggers for sounds. It does have an internal cooldown though. There you go.
There it is.
Okay, so now that that's done, we need a new shader. We need a outline shader.
My coquette.
Ribbit.
My coquette is too cute. I was petting her.
Maybe I just steal the one that I had. I don't see why not. So we're gonna go over to the prototype and we're gonna steal that shader code. Shader, let's call it an outline shader.
I want to sneeze. Sorry.
Okay.
Thank you.
I'll try literally every word until I find all of them. Good luck. The dictionary is quite extensive, I'm afraid. Okay, let's give this a go. Material. Actually,
no! She just drank out of my glass.
Right.
Do I need to get a new glass of water? Look. Like I saw it. I saw her little tongue go like.
A quick mlem mlem never hurt anybody.
But like now I need to get a new glass of water.
Okay, it appears this has not worked.
Ugu, why do this to me? Now we need a mlem mlem sound.
That would be nice. Okay, let's go over to Godot shaders. And let's look for outline.
Oi, get.
Efficient 2D pixel outlines. Fake stencil silhouette. Best outline shader for
You can
3D
guard
objects.
the trees. I just want to save this before I go get some new water.
Oh my god. Hey. Chill.
Maka, chill. I'm chilling. He's not chill.
The simplest outline shader. I do like simple. Canvas group outline. We will need a canvas group situation for sure. Let's just do that from the get-go. So canvas.
Mitsuru parts assemble. Hello, hello.
Hello. Right. Container. Let's put that in there.
I have put doc test 2 in the test folder of main character when you're ready.
Nice.
I will now get a new glass of water.
That did work. Okay. There's some susness to it. Let me see if this one's better. Whoa. Yes. It is. It is. We have color, thickness, and then you get some stuff. Does some math.
How are you both doing? I'm doing well, Mitsuru.
Doing good. How are you?
I just had to get a new glass of water because Maka decided to drink out of mine. You know, as cats do. I'm gonna have this biscuit.
Doesn't support transparency, but that's fine. Okay, that's our outline shader. To toggle the outline, do we apply a material? Do we have the material always there and we just change the thickness? What do we do? What do we do? I feel like you want to save the material and apply the material conditionally. So we would save this. We have an outline. Call this white outline. And then by default, this does not have the material.
Congratulations for winning the duel.
So when we outline enable, we do sprite container material equals white outline. And outline disable, we set it to nothing. Sure.
You're gonna go cook something? Well, make sure it's delicious.
The player already detects the target. Oh!
Download a recipe.
There's a sound for that too.
Of course. Of course there's a sound for that.
Into the thickness of it. Into the thick of it.
Think of it. Oh. Perchance crossed out.
Okay, so when we set target, that's what we need. We need a func set melee target. We receive the target.
My voice says.
Tintini has been saying this 100 times in voice classes today only. So we do melee target equals target, and then target dot. I guess we need more stuff here. We need a function set set as target. What would be the opposite of set as target? Unset as target.
Sounds legit.
So when it's set as target, zombie body, outline enable, and when you unset it, you outline disable.
We appreciate these legs.
These legs.
These bent legs.
Yeah. Perfect. I like it.
You can squanch them.
Yeah.
And then like his body will sit a bit lower.
Yep.
Look at him, yeah. I'll wait to save this until we've decided which dock we want to use.
Sorry, say that again.
I'm not gonna export the whole sheet and do all the things that I have to do until you decide if you like the bigger halftones or not.
Yep. Yes.
It's like a 10-minute process.
Yep.
To save this out.
Set as totally not target. Be unsettled.
He has no more
Unsettled.
legs.
Round legs, but no round butt.
5 legs. I mean, really, I should probably keep a set of legs up there. Bent legs. Chicken nuggets.
Semi target zombie here unset melee target. Okay. Is that it? It is. Ow. That'll do.
Big. Very big. Hi, Coquette. Am I gonna have to banish you, or are you going to your cave? Nope, banishment it is.
Banishment it is. Okay, I'm replacing the sheet.
Wait, why are you replacing the whole sheet?
What?
I just drew.
Oh, okay.
I just made a single nerd.
Got it. So it's just this.
Drag a new nerd. But we could do a side by side.
Yeah, he's too... I feel like he might be too grainy.
Hello there, Heartstead. Very cool. Love the sprite style. You draw them yourselves? Yes, I am drawing the sprites right now, and we're just trying to play around with how big we need the textures to be. I'm just gonna go to your screen.
Yep.
Because I can't see on the stream. That's how. What do you like better?
I feel like I like the hair, but the mustache, beard, and lab coat feel like it's a lot of texture. But I actually think I prefer the hair. Perhaps.
Question.
Yeah, we could leave the one that was there before. But maybe the lab coat could have it be that size, just have it be not as strong. Like, it could end, like, here instead.
Wait.
No, that's what I'm saying. Maybe it would work with this size of the halftone, just not have it be the entire lab coat and just go like up to here or something. Maybe just have it be softer. I don't know. Maybe it was fine how it was before. I do like the clean lab coat, to be honest. But what about the hair? Do you think this hair is better?
I'm not.
Hmm. Addition to renaming vulnerable to no pain only grain. Oh, this. Oh, brain was that. That makes more sense. It was because of stream, but I'm having a hard time telling the difference.
Yeah, that's why I came over here, because I can't see it on the...
Yeah, so if I do this, you can probably see it. So they both have this, like, texture to them, the halftone shading thing. But it's way more aggressive on this one. The problem we're trying to fix is this halftone texture is what gives it that comic book feel. But if you're back here, you don't really see it. The texture, it just looks like a gradient, really. I mean, is it possible that you just went a little too far? Like, is there a middle ground? Perhaps. Or maybe there's just too much contrast. I don't know. I don't know. It definitely feels like a little too much now.
I'm not sure if it's something worth doing now. Marco, please.
Sure. Have you decided how close the camera is going to be by default? Yeah, I reckon about this far. Probably. I mean, it would be close to this at least. Maybe it'll be a little bit more zoomed out, or a little bit more zoomed in, but essentially this. Hardstead says, personally, I like the lab coat length shorter. It might read as a shirt. Yeah, the lab coat is good. We were talking specifically about this this texture. That's what I meant in terms of length. So like, because right now the texture on the lab coat feels very, very prominent. And I wonder, same shape of the lab coat, but this this shadow thing ending like up to here instead. I wonder how that would look like. But yeah, I mean, if you don't want to mess around with that right now, I get it. We don't have to. Duck on the left stole all the sus from Duck on the right.
My problem is that I have no way of then having a consistent size for the dots when I do all the other assets, because I'm manually scaling. It's a brush. I'm manually scaling it all the time, so then all the dots will start to be
Persians crossed out.
I would try making it even more contrast so it's visible, though I've been criticized for having too much contrast. I think contrast-wise, I like it. I quite like the hair, I think. I think the hair is better. Because you can see the texture on it from this distance, which is great. And if, you know, we have a cutscene or something and we're zooming in a little bit like this, then it really comes through, which is cool. But then I feel like the mustache and the beard is just a little too much. And maybe it's not the texture, it's the color. Maybe it's just too big of a contrast between the two colors. But yeah, like overall, maybe it is better.
I don't know. In a way, I feel like again, it's like chicken and egg. Because he has to fit in the world, right? And then until we have a world, it's hard to then design him. But then the world also needs to be designed around him. But then if I spend a lot of time doing a lot of sprites for him in one way, and then we can change it, then I mean have to redo all of the sprites rather than if we... It's so difficult. Because I'm not convinced either way. I don't like either. I feel like it's gonna take a long time to get it right.
I would say don't worry about it then. Leave it as is.
Yeah, but I don't like it as is. That's the problem. It just feels completely washed out.
Not sure if you want to go this route, but you could use a shader to create the halftone texture. That way you could make it the same size no matter how close or far you're zoomed in.
That wouldn't work.
Yeah, I mean, I have no idea how I'd go about doing that. It would have to be a pretty big exploration.
And I apply the textures differently with masks in every single part of the sprite. They're not applied uniformly. So, not.
Yeah, it's not actually using lighting.
No.
It's shading on the texture itself.
Yeah.
And maybe there is a way of doing that with shaders, but I wouldn't even know where to begin at the moment. So maybe it's something to explore and level up in terms of shaders, but at the moment it's not really an option. I don't see us doing any animations past this and the running for a while.
Okay.
So if you wanted to do the running with what you have currently,
Yeah.
I don't think that's such a big deal.
Okay.
Hey, Jeff. Hello, hello.
Hello, Jeff.
I see what you're saying. Like comparing the character to the rock, the amount of shadow. Yeah. Yeah, you can see on the rock it's super clear. It's super well defined. You can see the high contrast between the shadow and the gray of the rock. You, even from far away, you get it. But with a character, it's harder to do that. Because if you add that much contrast, it looks kind of strange.
Jeff, welcome on in. Happy Sunday. I'm just here to fart, say hi, and go. Have a great stream, guys. Thank you.
Thank you, Jeff.
Okay.
Have a good day. He's making me think of Dee Dee out of my laboratory. Yep. That's good. That's good. That's a good sign. Maybe when we have a vertical slice, we go to Cartoon Network first. See if they want to publish it under Dexter.
Publish it.
Dexter's midlife crisis. Shaders are very powerful, but also a whole thing. I mostly use shaders others have made. Yeah, I have never written a shader of my own. And even like using other people's, I've only done like super basic stuff like outlines or color replacements, things like that. But yeah, I very much understand that they're super powerful, and I need to learn it because it's such a good, such a good skill to have. Just haven't gotten around to it yet. Okay. So we have our targeting situation. Great. Ow. Let me do some adjustments. Actually, no. I feel like the player needs to be slower, a little too fast, and the same with the zombies. Speed. Let's try 3. So this way, the dock is way faster than the zombies. We'll have to see how that feels.
Magano.
Is it hard to get your games on Steam? I would say, like, generally speaking, no. As in the process of getting them on Steam. You do have to pay $100 for each game. Which gets refunded to you through sales. So if you sell those $100 in revenue, Steam gives it back to you. The Steam dashboard is not the most intuitive, so you'll need to watch some tutorials and become comfortable with it. But once you're ready, if your game is small enough, you can just upload it through the website itself, which is great. We did that because our game was tiny. If your game is bigger, though, you're going to need to upload it through other means, which I haven't explored. Like, it's a whole thing, which I've been told it's quite annoying. 1K to get it back. You get the 100 back after you make 1,000. Well, there you go. There you go. Yeah. So you do need a... You need to be in the, like, top 5 to 10% of games on Steam to make those $100 back, I suppose. We were talking about it yesterday that 90% of games on Steam make less than $500. So I would say when you put those 100 in, be prepared to not get them back. But yeah, I wouldn't worry about the process of getting a game onto Steam. That's not the hard part. If you've managed to go through your project and get a game done...
Honestly, I feel like that's the hardest part.
Yeah, that's the hard part.
Actually getting a game done.
You're going to figure out the Steam bit, no problem. I would say it's easier than ever to get your game on Steam, though the dashboard is confusing as hell, in my opinion. Yeah, the dashboard is let's call it vintage. It's it works, but yeah, probably needs a refresh. So you didn't use the external app to upload your game. I didn't, no. I found a tutorial that goes through how to upload stuff through the app. I didn't realize you could upload it through the website. Yeah, I believe up to... I was going to say 2 gigs, but it might be smaller than that.
This game will probably need to be uploaded via other means.
Maybe, yeah. There is a cap on the size, but yeah. You just do a zip file and then just upload it through the website and you're done. 90%, yeah. Yep. It's a very competitive environment. My current game is nowhere close to 2 gigs. Yeah. Yeah, I think you'll be alright this. Okay. So now we want to make it so that zombies go after humans and turn them back into zombies.
My back.
Oh,
My back. Why is the rum always gone?
thank you for that.
Hey, Mags. Hello, hello. The humans should be as fast as the player.
Why is my back always gone?
I wanted to make a game. I have tons of free time currently, but I looked at a tutorial, saw the code, and was like, maybe actually no. Yeah, it's a bit of a learning curve. There's tons of options out there. some engines you'll find yourself interacting more with code. Some, you know, you might find that visual coding works for you. So like Unreal Engine could be interesting because, you know, you're using their blueprint system. But it's a decision that only you can make. And you're going to have to try out different tools, see what works for you. But regardless of what you choose, it's a long road. You have to like be prepared to put in the time to get comfortable with the tools. It takes time. That's just the reality of it. But there's tons of things that you can do. Sure, it won't be your cool fancy ideas, but you'll find some enjoyment in making smaller projects.
Keep the ears on. Nice.
You know, you could like remake Flappy Bird or Tic-Tac-Toe or something, and you're gonna find fun in just learning how to do that. And you can add your own little twists. You know, you could do Flappy Bird, but you can like dash forward or something.
Yeah.
And
just putting little twists on things.
You'll quickly find. You'll quickly realize if it's for you or not. But if you start out your journey by trying to make your dream MMO, it probably won't work out. Chances are it won't work out. Okay. So we have our zombie, and at the moment the zombie gets the player direction and distance and beelines towards the player. So we need to make it so that they go towards the closest target, which could either be a human or a player. And then we need to make it so humans can get hit by them and turned back. Ow. There's a lot of people who will help you out, but you gotta put the time in. Yeah. I did Flappy Bird, but it's also a shooter back in the day. Yeah, that sounds fun. That sounds super fun. You don't have to spend a lot of time on game design when you don't have the basics nailed down yet.
Yeah.
Because if you do that, you know, you're going to design a game that you love, and then you're just not going to be able to do it, and that's going to really hurt your motivation. It's just not a good idea. How do we do this? I think maybe we have them go towards the player, but if there's a human at a certain distance from them, then they go for the human. I think that would be the play. So we're gonna add yet another area 2D. There are many. There are many. Or area 3D even. And we're gonna call it human detector. So collisions, it will only look for humans. Nate, thank you for the follow. I'm so sad people abuse the curator program on Steam, so developers stop using it mostly. People ruin everything cool. Yeah. I mean, it's still useful, but I think you have to find your curators not through Steam, right? Like you'll find, like, for example, one of the curators I follow is Skill Up, which is a YouTube channel, right? And I found his curator page through his YouTube channel, and his reviews are actually useful in Steam. But yeah, it's like 99% is just garbage spam. It's absolutely useless. What was the curated program? So it still exists. It's just, it's weird. It's basically, you can create a curator profile on Steam so that people can follow you, and then when you can create reviews for games, and then it shows up for them. That you said you recommend this game, you recommend that game, right? But at the moment, it's just a bunch of people spamming meaningless reviews as a way to scam developers. So like they claim that they have thousands of followers on their curator page on Steam. So they ask developers for keys. Oh, could you give me some keys and we'll do a curator review on Steam? But then they just use those keys and resell them on sites like G2A and things like that. It's pretty weird. I don't know why Steam doesn't do something about it. Bernardo, I have a question. How do I just store a string using Godot file access? I basically parsed my C# object to a JSON string and want to save it. Good question. Not something I've done before. Let's see. So I've saved resources before. File access, I believe, is what you want. This class can be used to permanently store data in the user's device file system and read from it. So this is probably what you want to look at.
Are you Italian?
I am not Italian. Why?
We got Kilo here asking a cheeky little question.
Oh, right.
I found out about you randomly on my YouTube algorithm. Aside from the fact that it's cool what you're doing, I was wondering if Bernardo was Italian.
I am Portuguese, yeah, as Mai said there. Yeah. What made you think I was Italian? Is it the looks? Because I doubt it's the accent. Glorious beard.
The glorious beard. Cuckoo, don't even think about it, kitty cat. It's only 4.
Yeah, it's good to have you, Kilo. Do you do game dev as well? Because the name is so Italian. Ah, I see, I see. That makes sense.
My cuckoo attack.
What am I even doing? I'm lost in the sauce here. Okay, do that. Cool. Now we can do 4 human in human detector get overlapping bodies. So now we have all the humans that are within range. We need to say if, no, let's do far.
You leveled up.
I did.
Now that I hear that, I know you're leveling up.
Human distance.
Not into game dev, but I'm learning to code for machine learning.
Oh, nice.
Okay. Okay, I don't code either.
That's
Oh.
that's a good skill to be learning right now, isn't it? Humans. Ah, I could have called them humans. Okay, I'll need to do a refactor later.
Missed opportunity right there.
Hey, Vim. Happy Sunday. Do if human distance is less than target distance, we update target distance to be human distance. And we set the target direction to be that. Okay.
You wanna feed my cat? I'm so sorry. You're just a bit too late again.
Yeah, I guess, or just hate myself. Only time will tell. Fair. But I think that's like the general coder experience. So you're not alone. We can relate. Don't worry. Mize is the treat thief. Early bird gets the worm. You know how it goes.
Listen, I hate running animations in my entire being.
Oh, poofed. Okay, so we have a human. So now will they chase the human? How can I even check that? Okay, this is not. Stop it. Let's do 4.5 on the speed. Ow. Okay. So we have a human. Why is the human so fast still?
Bruh.
Are they following the humans? They are. They are. Yes. Cool, 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 cool. I've been frozed. Okay. So now, let's open up the human. Now we need to make it so that zombies can reinfect the humans. So we need a hitbox. Hitbox. Let's also recenter this stuff.
This is so hard.
You're struggling there.
I hate running.
Why are you running? Okay, so we have our hitbox. Fine. What do we do with said hitbox?
Why are you running?
We need that sound too. Oh!
Oh, yeah.
Ooh. My back cracked. Ugh. Oh.
Oh.
This sound scares me every time. Well, it goes for you too, Liam. And whenever you hear that, you have to check your posture. Oh no. Anthony, you have zombies as well? You're making a game with zombies?
She's gonna punch Godot.
Oh, she kicked the Godot!
She's punching Godot. Oh, she burned.
No! She put Godot in the trash can! I think Maka is a Unity lover.
Oh no, my milk. Oh.
It's straight in the bin. Poor Godot. Cuckoo! Why would you do that? Nice, Maka says me.
Not like this.
Thank you, Anthony. Thank you, thank you. Okay. So, hitbox component, there's a heart. Yeah. So we need to connect to the heart. And then decide what happens on heart. So, hitbox component, heart, connect, on heart. On heart, we're going to request a zombie spawn, because I believe that's how we did the other one. Event manager, there's a zombie spawn requested. Wait, what? Human saved. Wait, how does the... Oh, maybe the zombie spawns it. Right, cure timeout. Spawn human. Right, so we have the spawn human here. which instantiates a human. And then frees itself. Now the problem with this approach is if now the human is spawning the zombie, now we have the zombie scene importing the human scene and the human scene importing the zombie scene. That sounds like a terrible idea. So let's not do that. So we're going to modify this signal and we're going to say we're going to have a coordinates as a vector 2. Ugh. Fine, vector 3.
Can I get away with this? I don't wanna. I hate this. Probably not. Probably not. You're right, this. Look at my failure.
Uh-huh.
I can't do it today. I'm not.
Yeah.
I just don't.
Fair.
I don't feel it.
Fair enough.
Okay, I like it, Picasso.
Thank you, Palji.
Thank you so much for your blurb.
Oh, Blurp talks now. What the
Oh.
heck? Blurp didn't used to talk.
No, we're deleting that. Yeah, because like, even if I draw like a pose for him running like I kinda did here, I still hate it. And I can't see it. I can't see a way to break it apart.
You hate that doodle there?
Yeah,
That frame?
yeah.
What do you hate about it?
Why is the rum always
I'm
gone?
not. I don't think you'll be able to like just animate that with just body parts. Thank you for that.
You won't be able to animate that with just body parts.
Yeah, like I won't be able to explode him in a way that will make sense to you to use it. The problem is I don't know how to animate traditionally. The only reason I was able to do it like running stuff was because pixel art is way more forgiving, but I've never animated a proper run cycle.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah,
know how to
it's
do
hard.
it.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
one thing,
that's okay.
It's one thing to draw it static like that, but I don't think I could do it.
Yeah, that's okay. We can mark that.
It's just
Can't
frus-
expect to get it right first try every time.
It's just frustrating me.
It's all good.
I hate it. I never want to see it again.
What does that do exactly? That brings up Celine's iPad screen.
Yeah.
Why does Blurp have TwitchCon badges? They've been to every TwitchCon. Look at that. That's crazy. Um. What am I doing? Zombie spawn. Ah, right.
Jay tries, hello. Art is so cute, and also hi, hello. Thank you so
Hello.
much.
I guess we do this, and then we say if zombie position is exactly vector 3.0, then we randomize it.
Hope this game turns out good. Thank you, Anthony. That's very kind. I mean, I hope it works out.
Yeah. I think in terms of art style, where it's gonna need a lot of iteration, but it's looking really good. I'm confident it'll look cool. The gameplay, it's not something you can just assume that because in your head you think the gameplay is going to be fun. That just doesn't work. You have to see it realized. You have to try it. You have to have other people try it. So we're going to try and have the core gameplay mechanics up first so we can share it with you guys and you can give it a go and tell us how good it is. We do have a prototype on itch. So if you go to that link there, you can play the prototype, which we made at the beginning of last year. Yeah, it's been a while. Yeah. It's obviously gonna change a lot from that prototype, but that will give you an idea of the core gameplay of it and what we're trying to do. Enforcer says, I asked AI about the most important animation principles. Want me to share what it said? Sure.
Sure, yeah.
Nash fan, I had to AFK earlier. What about that Digging Dwarf game? Sorry. Yeah. We took a break after, we were working on that project, and we took a break, and we had a chat where we realized that we weren't super excited or motivated to work on the dwarf game, and we felt like we already had learned, by working on that dwarf game, we had learned the skills that we wanted to start this project. So we just figured, let's just ride our excitement and our motivation for this project and make the most of it. And maybe one day we'll return to the dwarf game, but right now we're just hyped for this one.
Yeah.
I see the dwarf game's influence on this game. Yeah. We really wanted to practice the 3D change and the 2.5D art style, and yeah, I feel like we're getting there. How's this one different? Just wondering, since you guys work. I've put 20 hours into the cat cafe. No way, really? That's crazy. Thank you.
That's awesome.
Yeah, this one, in terms of the art style. Okay. now it's all broken because I was into doing things. Okay, Godot, relax. Yeah, so this is going to be a roguelike where you are the doc here, which has created a cure for the zombie virus, and you are reclaiming the living. You are turning the zombies back into humans and leading them to your safe house. And it's going to play very much like a roguelike. You're going to enter a map, and then you're going to level up. You're going to get upgrades. And, you know, your goal is to, like, succeed at the map, but it's going to be quite tough. You're going to need to try a few times. You're going to then upgrade your base to get access to different content. All sorts. And yeah, if you go to this link, you can see the prototype that we did last year. Oxenom, hello. Giannis, hello.
Hello.
Happy Sunday, nerds. Okay, so principles of animation. Squash and stretch, or squanch, absolutely.
We love a squanch.
You got a
here.
squanch. Anticipation.
Yeah.
That's an interesting one. Absolutely. Anticipation is pretty big. 3, follow through and overlapping action. This principle ensures that different parts of a character or object move at different rates, creating a more natural and fluid motion. Yeah. I tried to do that on the animation I did today. Maybe I can show you.
The problem is not so much knowing it, but implementing, like actually having the, because I could do it, I just hate how it looks. Like I just hate how it turned out. I need like a lot more work.
Yeah, our first game was fully 2D. Yeah. Hand-drawn, moving around in a 3D world. Yeah, so it's a 3D environment. There's going to be some 3D models, but then the characters and pickups and the trees, the bushes, things like that are 2D. And we're going for this like comic book art style, which is also going to be featured into the UI, and how we tell the story is going to be like through comic book style cutscenes. That's the plan.
That is indeed.
I'm making a rhythm game for the Wild Jam. Nice. Is that the Wild Jam theme? So is the rhythm game aspect coming from the theme of the jam, or are you just deciding to make a rhythm game? Oh, maybe they weren't ads. God damn it. Fine.
You're right.
Friggin' ads, bro. Yeah, so I was working on animations recently. So this is our idol. Now, I'm not saying this is perfect by any means. I have plenty to learn from it, but I think a lot of those principles you can see here. So for example, the follow through. you can see, so you can actually see like there's a bit of anticipation. So before the head and the body go down, they actually go up a little bit. And then they start going down. And you see that the head and the body, like the body stops, but then the head continues to go down because it has weight, right? So if you're changing direction, the head wouldn't be perfectly tied to your torso. It would kind of bob after the torso changes direction.
Would bob.
So like if I change, oh no, actually that won't do anything. Yeah.
Yeah, my problem is not necessarily that I couldn't just do it. It's the level of standard that I hold myself to. And the challenge also comes from the fact that I'm not doing a custom sprite animation like run cycle. I just need to do body parts for you to animate in engine, which is a little bit different.
Well,
and kind
yeah.
of throws you off a bit.
Yeah, but we're gonna need at least 3 frames that you're gonna need to draw.
No, exactly. Which is, again, it's just a lot of things to keep in mind, because I need to keep in mind that I need to be able to draw the parts in a way that makes sense. I need to be able for them to be like extractable for you to use them as frames, but it also still needs to kind of look like a run, but it doesn't necessarily need to look like a proper run because you're going to be animating it and giving it more character with the parts that I make. So it's really difficult to wrap the brain around.
Yeah. Kilo asks, are you full-time game dev? We are not. It is very much a hobby at the moment. You know, that's the dream, but who knows when we'll get there. Yeah, definitely when, not if.
Yeah.
Weekend warriors, yeah. I've returned. It's weird. Any function I call on the file access gives me a weird error. Method not found. Get a method not found. Yeah, I'm afraid I'm in the same boat. Temtic. It's not something I've used before. I've used resource loader before, I think. But that's to save resources to the file system, which wouldn't work for what you're trying to do, because you just want like a string, so you wouldn't want this. In C#. Oh, right. Yeah, like the APIs might be different in C#. It's possible, for sure. Okay, so on hurt, let's say event manager, zombie spawn requested emit position, and then queue free. Let's see if that works. So we cure a zombie. They're cured. And then nothing happens.
Wow.
First of all, what's happening? Error calling Spawn zombie. Error calling from signal timeout to callable spawn zombie. What? Oh.
My back!
Can I do this?
My back!
Well, well, well. Thank you so much for that.
Cheers, Max.
Oh, Baka wants her food, but it's still
Fix that.
early.
And now what? Method expected 0 arguments, but called with 1. Right. So heart needs a buy. Ugh. Okay. This is sus. Definitely need some refactoring.
Always watching the Baldur's Gate. Always watching.
Sus. It's pretty sus. Do you know when you just write some code and you know it's sus? Yeah.
You just know it.
There we go. So the human turned back into a zombie.
I'm sorry, the human what? Maga, relax.
YOLO typically ends up sus. Yup. That should be like, you know, like these sayings that we have, like these super wise sayings, like wise man once said type sayings. I feel like YOLO typically ends up sus should be one of those sayings in the future. You know, like 20 years from now. Do the zombies sound like they are snoring to anyone else? Snoring? I mean, I don't hear it. Hey, Geek and Gale. Ends up sus pretty fast. Yeah. How long have you been coding? Also, are you self-taught? I'm too curious, sorry. All good, all good. I have been coding for about 8 years. Mostly JavaScript. I'm a web developer for a job by trade, however you say that. So yeah, about 8 years. I've been working with Godot for around 2 years. Something like that. I get called old for still using swole. Yeah. It moves too fast nowadays. Okay, the humans need to be invulnerable for a time after they spawn, so that you can't like cure a zombie, and then if they're next to a zombie, they would get immediately attacked and turned back into a zombie. So let's make a bar are invulnerable. Which starts out as true. And then on ready. Vulnerability duration.
Why does he have 3 legs?
Let's call it 2 seconds.
Listen, I'm trying to do frame by frame animation here. Be patient with me.
Che Tries says, just tried out the zombie demo on itch. It's a lot of fun, especially once you've gotten a hang of the controls. I've never played Vampire Survivors or anything like it, but it was still easy to understand. Nice. Well, I'm really glad it was fun. There's a lot that we want to do to make it even more fun.
Yes.
Like we want to add different ways of applying the cure to the zombies. We want to add abilities like a dash or a sprint or like a jetpack or a teleporter. Those would be like the crazier upgrades, but yeah. We're gonna have like more movement. We also want to add special zombies with unique behaviors. Like maybe there's a zombie that has a ranged attack, or a zombie that walks up to you and does like an area explosion of sorts, you know, things like that. Zombies with feelings, sure. Those all sound fun. Nice. And yeah, the game. We're not even sure if we're gonna market the game in that survivors bucket.
Right, because it's a bit different than that.
Yeah, the core aspect of going into a map and then leveling up and picking upgrades, that's similar. The continuous spawning of enemies, that's obviously similar. But you're never gonna have that crazy projectile game state that those survivors are usually
and I feel
for.
like it would be unfair to put those expectations, like people to think that that's what it's gonna have and then be disappointed
right
that it doesn't, because it was sort of marketed too much in that.
I think we're gonna have to feel it out, like once the game is realized and we see how far the upgrades push the gameplay. Maybe it'll end up in that same bucket and it'll just make sense to target it to the same audience. But yeah, because you're not going to have that insane craziness of projectiles everywhere. You're still going to have the cure spreading between the zombies a lot.
Yeah.
And we want to create that sense of progression through the cure spreading, where at the start you're kind of struggling and you're running a lot from the zombies, but if you manage to make a good upgrade build, the tables kind of turn, and now there's a horde of zombies, but you're like charging at them and curing them super fast. Yeah. We'll have to see where it lands. Okay, so with this should mean that for 2 seconds, the humans can't be turned.
Can't be turned.
back. So if we bunch them up here, and then I cure one, they can't be turned, they can't be turned, they can't be turned. But then they're not hurt. We had the same issue with the player, didn't we? Also, right now, everything's instant, but the zombies are going to have an attack animation. When they reinfect the human, that will also have an animation. Right now, it all just kind of happens in one frame, but it'll be staggered.
I mean, wait, that's a bit too fast. He's kind of going real fast here. You can imagine swinging the arms yourself.
Mm-hmm. That looks good.
You think that's gonna work?
Can you go frame by frame? So we have like full.
So I'm trying to use very similar, like that you could reuse. I'm trying to use the same leg shape for frames. So like I'm trying to use that same like little stick and then the foot.
Yep.
A lot, as much as I can. So like you would use like pretty much the same sprite on all 4 frames in one way or another, and then there's a couple of bent ones that you could potentially also reuse anyway.
Yep.
I think there might be a 1 or 2 that might need to be special. And then you can imagine swinging the arms. Like the arms, I think for now are not gonna change. Like you just swing them like a pendulum from the shoulder joint. You just swing them back and forth. Unless you want me to draw like front like that, but otherwise he's just kind of doing this.
Yeah, I think if we're gonna use just one, then they should be like this, right? Is it gonna be one sprite or 1, 2? It's just one sprite, right?
I don't know. However you want. So that's what I mean. It would be like this, like the arm just kind of swings
Right.
back and forth. Like you're not changing the sprite of the arms. You're just swinging the arm.
Yeah, I feel like if we swing them, then it should be in this position. As in, I don't want him to do this. I think it might look weird. But if there was an elbow bend.
It would go like, oh shit. It wouldn't be weird because you have like the little fist that kind of, you have it like that, then it would just be like that, and then it would just go like that.
Okay.
Goes back and forth.
Okay.
I'll still separate. I will separate the glove from the arm bit if you wanted to add a bend for any reason, a slight bend.
Right. Yeah, that's cool.
I don't know. Do you think that's okay? I mean, I could draw more frames, but
No, I don't think we need more frames.
you can go really fast.
He's zooming. Yeah, I think the legs should work as is.
Obviously, you're gonna add some movement and bounce to the body and stuff,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
I'm not sure we need frames for the body. Maybe for the hair, we want a hair slightly like poof back.
Yeah, but that still would probably be just one frame.
Yeah.
I'd say let's keep everything one frame.
Because like you could have the hair like this, and then one that's slightly like that, so you could kind of like when he steps, it goes back to normal and then it goes, I don't know, or not, or you could just try just the one.
Can you repeat that one? I didn't.
No, I'm just saying that you could have 2 frames for the hair, but you said to keep it in one, so never mind.
But I missed it. What did you mean by the 2 frames? What was it?
You would have 2 frames of hair, this one and one going back.
But during the cycle, would it go back and forth?
I don't know if that would look good. If
Yeah, let's keep one for now, and I can add some of that movement just through scaling, and then
Okay.
if we feel like it needs to vary, then we do that. So yeah, the only switches are on the legs. Everything else would be a static one.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Yeah. We can try that. I don't understand it at all anymore. This means that your project or one of its dependencies were built against a older or newer version of Godot bindings. What? Yeah. Really can't help you with that one, Temtech. I'm sorry. I don't know what it means. Oh, I went into GSD and pressed create solution. This somehow fixed it. Never mind, still complains. Oh, what a roller coaster. Oh my god.
Look, he's going turbo. Oh, no, you can't see it on stream.
Oh, wow.
He's got... Wait, can you see it if I do that?
Oh, it's not quite on screen.
Wait. Is that on screen?
Yeah. Hyper mode. Sonic mode.
He's going. He's got places to be.
Why do zombies follow? Eat brains? Yeah, you know, eat brains, spread the virus. You know, that's their biological directive. That's why you don't skip leg day.
Wow, you can really dance. Wow, you can really dance. He went.
Foul G with the finger of the trigger there.
What a throwback. I lived for those
Amazing.
those audio meme TikToks
Yeah.
back in the day. Look at
Character
this.
needs something endearing to it. Well, our design for it is that he looks innocent, but also he's clearly a bit mad and not up to, probably up to something not so good. That's kind of the general vibe.
And there was much rejoicing.
Abram, hello.
I'm glad I was able to sort these leggies out. I mean, good luck to you, but
We just gotta try it. It's
as long as it makes a convincing run, I'm happy.
yeah. Something relatable. How do you mean? What do you mean? He's clearly a nerd. I'm really happy with that animation. Cool. Okay, so made it so humans can be turned back
Okay.
into zombies.
I'm gonna give Maka her dinner because she's being cray cray. Good dinner time.
What's next? Oops. Ow. We need a robust zombie spawning system. Right now they're spawning randomly on the map in terms of their position. We need to change it so that they're spawning always out of view, so they never spawn on the screen. We also need to have pretty good control over the timing, so we can balance a level and kind of say that, okay, at second 10 into the level, 3 zombies spawn. At 1 minute, 10 zombies spawn. Need that type of control. Balance it out. We probably also are going to want some sort of like checking the player direction and spawning zombies in front of them rather than behind them, because the player is always faster than the zombies. If they're walking right and you spawn a zombie to the left of the screen, they're not going to be able to catch up and actually show on screen. So probably want to like track where the player is moving and spawn them in that general direction.
Yeah.
Maybe also bunch them, or at least having the option to spawn them in a group or scatter them throughout. It would be cool that, you know, you're running and then suddenly there's like 6 zombies in a cluster, but then some other times it might be 6 zombies but they're coming at you from all directions. To kind of add some variety to it. His reactions to interacting with the environment should be memorable and relatable, perhaps clumsy at times, or cute. Anyway, something unique in the style of the characters of Maniac Mansion of the 80s. Don't know that one.
I have to check that out.
But yeah, we're going to try and add as much personality into the Doc's animations as possible.
Yeah. For sure.
Like this is an example. So like here we have the idle cycle, and then sometimes he does that like looking around cycle for like variants. The idea is to have a number of these, and that could be true for running as well. So by default, maybe he's just running, but every once in a while he trips or he does a little hop, like a longer step or something, to add some more life to him. Absolutely.
Yeah. Add a hop, sure. Yeah. Sounds good. Sounds great. Sounds freaking awesome, dude.
It's gonna all come down to experimentation. We don't know how far we can or want to push it. Obviously, the farther we push it, the bigger the scope, which is also scary. So. Ow. Okay. Should always be appearing ahead of the player. Kind of, yeah. Maybe we have like an arc, right? So it's like the direction of the player plus minus 90 degrees, and they can kind of spawn in that space. You know what vector the player is moving, right? Yeah. For sure. It might need some averaging. So like, because like the player could be moving, say the player is moving in this direction, right? And then they do this and then go back, right? They're doing this and then they do this and then they go back, right? If the spawn happens to trigger when they're doing that back step, now they would spawn there, right? But I think if we do an average, like an average direction, it means that if they do this and then go back, the average is still somewhere here. Or it could shift like slightly up or down, but it'd still be better. Maybe. Maniac Mansion was one of the original point-and-click adventures. Ah. Absolutely love the animation. Thank you. Scope is very scary. It already feels daunting with everything that we want to do. It's fine. One day at a time, right? It's all good. What do I want to do next? Can do upgrades. I've already started the basis for the upgrades and a stat system. If we go to our run manager, so the only stat I have there is player movement speed, but this will have everything from the cure, like how long it takes to cure a zombie, how far can it spread, the zombie movement speed as well, the human's movement speed. Everything is going to be a stat. And then the upgrades will modify these stats. So right now we could go to our player and we see that they just have a constant speed of 5. However, what I really want is to get a speed. So we go var speed run manager get stat dot player stat dot types dot player movement speed value, yeah, and we use this here. Now we could do this, and if we modify the speed to say 10, now we're fast. Cool. Now we could go over to our run upgrades, we're going to create a resource run upgrade. Let's call it player speed. Player speed.
Okay, what's wrong? Why are you
And
meowing?
it will use a change stat action on the player movement speed, and it will multiply it by 10%, let's say. So it's going to increase it by 10% with a 1.1 multiplier. And then here, we could do something like input.
What programming language is this? GD script, right?
Yeah, this is GD script. It is Godot's own language. I'll just do here, sure. So we're gonna say if you press space bar, we're gonna say run upgrade, add, and then we're gonna pass in this. So if we play, so we're this fast, we press space. The more I press space, I'm adding multipliers and I'm being faster because I'm adding the 10% multiplier each time. Whee! That's it. That's how upgrades work. And we're using custom resources to make use of that. We have the upgrade itself where you can set the name, the sprite when you have to show it in the UI, like a little pair of boots or something. You would use the sprite here. And then we have these actions. The base action doesn't have any code. That's just to define the type. And then you have other types that extend it. So we have the change stat action, which extends action. And then you tell it what stat do you want to modify. And then a modifier would be like +5. And then a multiplier would be like plus 10%. So percentage multiplier versus just modifying the base value. And then we can have multiple actions. For example, maybe there's an upgrade that when you pick it, it heals up. Heals up your health bar, for example. So we could have a change health action, for example. And then it's all done in the editor here by just adding more actions. Okay, so let's modify our debug. Oh my goodness.
Hey now.
Thank you, Valji. Thank you.
Thank you so much for the 100-bit fart and for the Pedro blurb.
Blub.
Blurb.
Good timing on that one. Nice. Thank you very much.
Oh, that was good. That's a good blurb.
Ay, ay, ay.
You know, this is really difficult. This right here is very difficult.
So I want to extend the debug screen to show what upgrades I have. Until we have a UI, we need some way of seeing that. I want to do this. Would I guess I could add another panel container. Another margin container. And then this would have a label, which would be upgrades. And then we copy pasta 10. Okay. 10, 10, 10, 10. Then we have a VBox container, which would also have a label. Nope.
Nope.
What have I done? Something like that. We don't even need that, really. We can delete that. We just have upgrades. Keep it simple. Upgrades panel. Upgrades list. Let's add a script to this. On ready. We want to know when a run upgrade is added. We're going to connect. Do that.
Yeah.
We're gonna get this. We duplicate the existing label, and we go new label dot text equals upgrade dot name. Then we add child new label. So we're here, we have no upgrades. If I press space, we get player speed upgrade. Each time I press space, gives us more player speed. Whee! Cool. Actually want to do this. We're gonna make new label settings, and we're gonna make the font a bit smaller. This. And we're gonna get this one instead. Cool. Works for me. How's it going over there?
This is the hardest part.
You're slicing and dicing,
Yeah, I'm building.
exploding.
Yeah. Then I guess I'll put the bits down here.
Mm-hmm.
Oh! Here we go!
Cheers. Yeah, you just keep like growing it down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When I'm reconstructing his side view, I'm also trying to be mindful and wherever I can reuse the assets I've already made. So like the feet, the leg that you see on the right side is made with the existing feet and leg and straight leg.
Yep.
The one that you see on the left that's bent, that is a new leg and a new foot.
How come the foot is different?
It has
It
to be
needs a little
shorter.
bend.
Like, I hide the legs. Do you see how it's a bit chunkier, shorter?
Right.
It's a little different.
I see.
Um,
Yep.
so, but I'm trying, like, wherever I can, I'll have to do that. So, like, I know I drew this head, the floating head that's there, but I want to try to use the goggles I've already made, as in, like, not exactly how they are, but so, like, I'll manipulate it, maybe rotate it a little bit, like, rotate it for the eye that's facing more towards the camera, so that again we're like consistent as possible when you
Sure.
switch from forward to side.
Yep.
And
And that head is also going to be fully exploded.
yeah, the head's gonna have to be fully exploded. But like I'm just saying that all the head assets will be completely new. You'll have to rebuild the whole
Yeah.
head. But I do want to use the, like modify the existing so that at least there's still some consistency
Yep.
between the side view and the front face.
Yeah, gotcha.
So this is why this is gonna take a hot minute
Yeah.
to build. Because now I have, like, the first one is easy because like I don't care about anything. I'm just building it to look cool. But now everything needs to make sense with that first one that I made.
Yeah.
Not a simple.
Understandable.
But it's a slow process, but chipping away at it. And I think I will have the frames built. Like I'll have the whole run.
A few moments later.
I wish we could just.
A few moments later.
What was it? Why were there two? What just happened?
I'm not sure. I heard it twice as well. But thank you so much for that, LG.
I wish we could just do that. Did you just do the few moments later and now the game's done?
And now the game's
That'd be
done.
so good.
That'd be great. But no, it takes a little more hard work than that. But I mean, as in, like, I'll have the four running frames full reference up there, maybe, so that you could see them.
Yeah.
Or not necessary, or at least the leg positions, so that you could reference them, like built.
I'm just wondering, because all of that adds to the size of the image, right?
Yeah.
Maybe it doesn't matter. Fine.
I mean,
If it becomes a problem, we'll change it. It's fine.
I mean,
Yeah.
at the end of the day, once everything is completely set and done, I will, like, once you're happy with the sheet is completely finished, I will duplicate it, flatten it completely, and resave it, and that will save so much space, because right now I have like a bajillion layers, and that's contributing to the size. Or do you mean
PNG
like...
has no layer information, right?
No, but what I found is like when I save it from a layered file, it's somehow still bigger.
Weird.
Like
Yeah, you can do the frames.
Or like we get like at the end, I can just delete those. Those are just for your reference, for you to build them. But
Yeah, or
once
we have a separate image with
Yeah.
the full docs.
yeah, once you don't need the reference bits, I can just...
Yeah.
see how we go. Oh, was that a maca tree?
Maca treat from Scott.
Thank you so much for the maca tree. She's now going in her little cubby. But where did it go? Wait. Kids, it's time for treats.
That will change, I expect. What's gonna change? Okay, let's commit the change there. So added, actually, let me,
Can we do a quick maca cam?
there you go. Yes. Nom nom nom.
Her crunchy face is so cute.
We really need a portable maca microphone so you guys can hear the crunch. It's so satisfying.
Thank you for the treat, Rid.
Okay. So what stats do we need?
Okay, cool.
Player movement speed. Player health. So then we also have zombie movement speed. We have human movement speed. We have human invulnerability duration. We have with the cure spread spread count. So when a zombie gets cured and spreads to the zombies around them, how many zombies can it spread to? So if this was one zombie can only spread to one other zombie. If it's two, it spreads to two other zombies. We also have cure spread radius. So how close do the other zombies need to be spread onto? We have the cure duration. So after the cure being applied, how long does it take for the zombie to turn into a human?
Picture in the updates channel for your new sprite.
New sprite.
Ooh. Yeah. Yeah.
It looks good.
Yeah.
What's the difference between the left and the right? Is the right like without any of the effects or any of the like CRT effects? But also the contrast looks different. Like the colors are slightly different. 'Cause I was gonna say on the left, the character looks quite pale. Maybe a little too pale.
Yeah, I think it's definitely an improvement. We're not in red. TK, I mean, I am wearing it, but it got chilly here and I just grabbed the jumper and now I'm not wearing the red anymore.
My red jumper needs to be washed.
Forgive. Please forgive.
But yeah, it looks good. I like it.
Yeah.
It does feel like, I mean, I can't like necessarily remember what the old one was. I don't know if I can find a screenshot to put next to it. I feel like you shared it recently though. Stream chat maybe? Can't find it. But the character, does the character now look more detailed than the rest of the game? Does that make sense? She does look more detail. She's about twice as large. As in, like her. Do you mean her resolution? Not just the actual size, but the resolution. It's twice as big. Everything else looks less detailed because they are smaller. Yeah, she used to be 64 pixels tall. Now she's 128. Right. Yeah.
You can see that. I think it's alright because there's a lot that happens in your game, and you do want her to stand out against
Yeah,
the background.
that's true.
That's why I think the new contrast of like the colors on her skin and her hair and stuff, I think that works better. Yeah.
Yeah, you can add so much more detail into every frame. It really will make the character shine.
Yeah.
You just have to be careful, I guess, in how in context, you don't want to make it look like she doesn't belong in the game that she's in, if that makes sense.
Sure.
Character looking more detailed in the background is fine. Oh, that's what you read. Is she supposed to be bigger than a building? Yeah, that's the whole point.
Yeah, she's a giant woman.
Yeah. She's just wreaking havoc. But yeah, sprite in isolation, I think, looks pretty cool. And this shared the comparison before and after. Yeah, it's crazy. It's a lot better. There's so much more personality that you can convey with double the resolution. Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, you just have to make a choice, like, does this affect any of your other art? Or are you happy to just have the character be more detailed than everything else? That can certainly be a choice, and you can work around it. You'll see if you put her in a situation where you can clearly see that this asset that she's next to is way lower res than she is, then you can kind of mask it in some ways by not ever having them that close or something. Sorry about the flashbang. My bad.
Cursed hands.
Full redesign came about because my key artist pointed out that the oldest resolution I picked does not scale perfectly. Right, yeah. Moving down made the game feel too claustrophobic, and moving up makes her look tiny. But your goal is to keep everything else the same, right? So you were just trying to fix the character, but the buildings and stuff, you plan on keeping the same? Would incur a lot more cost if I had to redo everything. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm asking. Yeah, I don't think you have to do it. You definitely don't have to do it. I think you'll have to feel it out for yourself if the more detailed sprites work with everything else. Because when you use different pixel densities in the same scene. Thank you, TK. We're doing good. Happy Sunday. Like like you run the risk. Again, because if you only do the character, maybe this won't happen, but you run the risk of it feeling like the sprites don't belong together. Like,
Hemtic, thank you so much.
I
for the
like
farm.
big farts and I can't out loud.
Oh my god! sorry. Damn it.
I could also just go with the original resin, except that people playing on big HD sprites won't have the full 1-to-1 scaling. HD screens, yeah. When we say HD screens, like 1080, like it doesn't properly scale to 1080. That's going to be your target, right? Your most common screen is the 1080. I think you just test it, right? Like, is it very obvious when you play in 1080p that something's off? Because like we had that with projects before, but it just didn't feel like it was off enough to matter.
Right.
We never like had to address it, but it really depends on context. Sometimes you can really see it being weird. Such clean lines, says TK.
It took 3 sketches to get to it. I sketched over it 3 times, so that tells you it's not easy.
I don't think it's super obvious when you have the CRT shaders on. Right. Yeah. Yeah, the least you can do is, you know, decide for yourself. You can gather feedback. Obviously, I understand the artist said that. But if you have a few people play the game and none of them like play it at 1080 or 1440 or something, and none of them notice the weirdness, why would you spend a bunch of money to address something that no one notices? Probably not worth it. Three, 5, 27 tries. It's clean. Yeah. Trust the process, right?
I mean, considering that I started with a horrid little scribble, I think we're getting somewhere now.
Do you guys have a Steam key you could see for yourself? Are you asking if I want a Steam key? Yeah, I'd be happy to try it for sure. Feel free to DM me on Discord with one if you'd like.
It doesn't work.
How would I name something? So it's a stat where the zombie resists the cure.
That's not immunity.
Zombie cure resist chance. I guess. So there'll be a zombie upgrade where they will get like 25% chance to resist the cure. So the little globule floats over to them, but then they like resist it. We need some sort of effect like a shield or something where they resist the chance. They just ignore it. You have to spread it onto them again. So now with this version, we have the concept of a tool, which is what you use to apply the cure. You start out with just a melee syringe, but then you can upgrade it to other things, like a dart gun, like a kind of a cure grenade type thing, or a spray. Maybe it's like a cone in front of you or something. So we're gonna have some stats for that as well. We're gonna try cooldown. This is something that we're gonna have to test. Probably gonna have to code both. Does the tool have a cooldown, so you can apply the cure every 5 seconds, for example? Or do we go back to what we did with the prototype, which is the cure doses being a resource that you have to hunt for in the map, and you can run out. We had some issues with feedback where players would spend all of their doses and then
Like immediately.
yeah, on the first like 5-10 seconds they would spend all of their doses, and now they don't know what to do, and they get confused, or like even if they know they have to find them, they get frustrated. It adds to the challenge of you have to make sure you're using the cure correctly and spreading it correctly, but is the frustration too much? Cure success rate, incurable rate, incurable.
Curable.
Immunity? Maybe immunity?
Infection rate.
I think that works. Okay, cool. Let's connect the health stat. I'm gonna reload so that the enum updates. Were you laughing at my enum? That types player. Why does it not give me autocomplete here? It's so annoying.
Oh, really?
Player health. So I've been using this stat system forever. There's a problem with it though, which is typing. So a stat is a custom resource, and it has a base value of type float, which isn't quite right. As in, I would like to have some stats that are integers. So the player would have 3 health as an integer, because we're probably going to do like hearts. So they would start with 3 hearts. So we'd want this to be an int. And even when you get the multiplier, you could still do a 2x multiplier on your health. Or I guess 2x is a bad example. Say you multiplied it by 50%, 25%, you'd still want it to always return an integer. Then here I'm setting the defaults. Like I could do this, but then what? Then I would check if the base stat is an integer. That's weird. That is weird. Fun April Fool's idea. Make Celine Cam zoom in on Celine's face cam. That was actually called Art Cam before, which made more sense.
Yeah.
But then we did a gaming stream and was like, oh, now it's just Celine's point of view. It's not an art cam anymore.
Yeah.
But then we only did like the one gaming stream, so it was probably a stupid change. Oh my god, kids! 12 months!
Yo!
Yo 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 yo.
Thank you so much, kids, for the 12 months. That's amazing.
Thank you.
Thank you.
How's it going, Kiss?
Yeah, hope you're having a great Sunday. Oh boy, I've drawn the body.
How would you check? Would I do this?
Oh. Long time no see, guys. When you're all ready, what a ride. What an absolute ride.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
crazy. Raining a lot here. Oh, snap.
I mean, it seems like it's threatening to rain over here.
Yeah,
As well.
yeah, it's kind of grim here as well.
It's coming.
It's not great. I've been able to watch the last streams. How have you been? Pretty good. Pretty
yeah,
good.
we've been pretty good.
We're just chugging along with our new little project here. It's going well. Slow but steady, you know?
Yeah.
One day at a time.
I have to draw a side head.
Side head.
Yeah, like I have to draw the Giga Chad face, but like from the side.
Is it like a remake? Yeah, so the version that we have on itch was made for a game jam, right? So it was pretty rushed, and has a lot of issues. But we've decided that we want to make like a proper full commercial game out of the core concept of that game. But we're starting from scratch. We now have it in 3D, so in terms of art, pretty big change. And we're also going to try to improve the gameplay a lot. Wubbox Animator. Hello, hello. How's it going?
Hello.
Basically the same concept. Yeah. We're gonna take the like essence of that gameplay that we did for the game jam, and we're just gonna build on it. Obviously, there's gonna be a lot more to the game. There's gonna be a story. There's gonna be a base, like the Doc's lab is gonna be an actual location you go into and upgrade it and like progress through the game. There'll be different maps. There's a lot. There's a lot to do.
There is quite a lot to do, yeah.
Hey, Runty. When this game releases, please create a rushed edition in which the soundtrack is just Rush songs instead. What?
Okay.
Is that a band? That must be a band. I'm so sorry. That went over my head. You said the initial version was rushed.
Right.
Yeah, true.
How
Rush
do-
is a legendary band. There we go. That's on me. I'm so sorry.
How do we feel about this? Head.
We're doing pretty good. Wub, it's good to have you. Just chilling, making a game. Amazing. I love it. That is the smoothest head I've ever seen. What if you gave him like Homer Simpson three hair bits?
Like just 3 little lines.
3 individual
No!
So if the game ever bugs out and you see that, you'll think that the Doc wears a wig.
No, the dog has luscious hair.
She denied it.
I vetoed this.
Jawline is insane. Getting closer to handsome Squidward.
Yeah. Every day it gets a little bit closer to handsome Squidward.
Well, I don't know why, but as you were placing the goggles, I just thought of another animation. Like if you get scared or something, the goggles could like come out, like forward.
Yeah.
That would look cool. Awooga eyes, yeah.
Awooga.
Chad, the alpha male.
Thank you so much for that. I appreciate it.
Thank you for the follow. Chad just saw that jawline and they were like,
Yeah.
I gotta follow this.
You're sus.
That sprite is only for pirated copies of the game. I think the awooga can work also if you're scared. Like you're like looking at something. You're surprised by something, right?
Yeah.
I think it could also work.
I think you guys are not ready for the
Oh
for
my
the,
god,
for the
what
bug,
is that?
For the bugtooth to come in. Node. I meant nose.
Time to follow because of jawline. Thank you, Wub. Thank you.
Kiss, thank you so much for that fart. Always appreciated.
Chad asks, how do I find an artist girlfriend to make games with me? Just get good. Just get good. That's the best tip I can give you.
How do we think the nose helps? Thank you so much for that fart, Max. Wait, maybe the nose needs to be like tipped down.
I would totally love to see hairless Doc as a thing. Maybe we can incorporate it into the story in one of the cutscenes as hairless Doc.
It's coming. The buck tooth.
I make the art and all the coding because I don't know. Because you're a bamf. That's why. Because you're a boss.
Yeah.
Ba, ba, ba. Doodle-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. So start run, we don't want this anymore. We want a get stat types.
No! Not like this.
Beaver man.
No. Bless him.
Well, there could also be a cutscene or an animation where the dog gets zapped. You know, like in the cartoon where they get zapped and you see their skeleton.
Yeah.
So you see their skeleton, but then also the hair fades out, and you just see the hairless dog for a frame or two.
There we go. Now he has an ear. They're really weird. Really wrong. Anatomy in this game. Listen. We don't need to think about the anatomy in this game.
Thank you.
Broke on buckle pattern.
Cheers, Wub.
Cheers for that. A no to me.
And yeah,
We could do this as well.
I felt sparkly today. Oh no,
What about this?
I got pizzaed.
What about just that?
That is beautiful. I love it.
The water connoisseur.
That's super money. There we go. I've been pizzaed. Dave H. That's some Bugs Bunny looking redesign. I think it's the feet and hands on the hip. I see it. I see it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. It just needs the foot tapping, right?
Yeah.
That's what's missing. Yeah, Dave, it was you that you said you preferred the old sprite. You said that on Blue Sky. OG Dexter Lab 1. I think the new one looks way more like Dexter. It's got that triangular.
It's not squashed enough. He's a bit tall. Yeah.
He's got that
He
like
grew.
straight edge lab coat, you know? Omelette du fromage. Yep. Classic.
I quote it to this day. Do I need to draw another mustache? I feel like I could still use the same one over. No, it doesn't need to.
If you make an int from a float, constructs a new integer from a float, this will truncate the float, discarding anything after the floating point. So it won't round. I need to round.
Hello, bees. How's it going?
Hello, hello. Round.
Him running isn't Bugs Bunny, it's the stance. Yeah, I can't do this line. Why are we still very zoomed in on what I'm doing?
I don't know. It was interesting.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
Rounds to the nearest whole number. Okay. I think that's what I want. Is that what I want?
This is uploaded a new build to the itch page. Shared it on Discord.
Nice. Nice. We'll give it a go after stream. See if I notice any weirdness. And I'm on 1440p. So if there's weirdness, I should be able to see it. Full says floor x plus 0.5. You take plus 0.5 before truncating. Right, you mean I think I get what you mean. Yeah. Yes. But is that the behavior that I want? Do I want to round to the closest? Cause say you had a charge. So like, I don't know, an ability charge. If you had 1.5 charges, you'd always want to round down until you have another full charge. You would never want to show that you have 2. So you'd always round down. If you had health, for example, and you're showing 3 hearts, and then for some reason the value has gone up to 3.5, would you want to show 4 hearts or 3 hearts? I don't even know. It's a weird one because it's something that I should never have to worry about if I've set everything up correctly.
The boogies.
It's only if I've messed up that this is important, which happens often. I do mess up often, so it's possible.
How are you feeling
Hate the
after the release?
Yes. Wake Cup. Fully released.
Out in the world.
Bring it up here.
Oh no.
Anyone that's into clicker games or tower defense games, highly recommend you check out Wake Up, freshly released 1.0. Loving the spoopy maps, the Boogus.
Dude,
They're
those
so cool.
look so awesome. Yeah, the spooky maps, the lighting, it's just gorgeous.
This one here,
Beautiful.
very cool, but also this one here, very nice. And the path as well looks really cool. Geek and Guild says round F, right? Because I need it to be afloat.
Mustache.
Returns afloat. Yeah, cool. Makes sense. Thank you. Guess what engine I used to make my horror game? I mean, statistically, Unity would be my best guess. It would be my likeliest to win.
True.
Horror games, there's probably a lot of Unreal Engine ones, though. So, given the genre, I think I would bet Unreal Engine. Thank you. We worked hard on those. Learned about fog and stuff. Yes, fog.
Yeah, we're gonna have to add some
Yeah,
fog in some of the maps here.
definitely.
Eventually.
Also, some like light shaft, some god rays in some situations might look really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, nerds, check it
Godot.
out. Check it out. Godot.
Huge.
Nice. Love me some Godot. Especially visible on the other map, the orangey one. Oh, yeah, look here. Yeah, I see it. Very moody. I love it. The ghosties. Amazing. The UI as well, so slick.
Very nice.
You did such a great job with the UI change.
Getting my mustache halves.
Very nice. Can I make a self-promo burn? Sure. As long as it's relevant.
As long as you're not selling home insurance or
Yeah. Have you wait, what is it? Oh, I'm here to talk to you about your car's extended warranty.
have you or a close one been in a car accident recently? That's a classic one.
I'll be playing their game this Wednesday while I do an interview of the beautiful nerds over at Tabugas. Nice.
Yes.
That's cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I'll try to be there. That sounds like a good time. They were supposed to be the last touches, but that 5% takes so long. I know.
It really does.
I know. It's insane. when you think you're close, there's just always more to do. Like that whole saying of like you're never really done. You just
decide that's it.
yeah, you just call it, but you'll never be done.
Yeah.
Ridiculous. It's so true. Beast asks, what's your guys' opinion on publishers? We have never
Worked with a publisher.
yeah. Thank you for finishing my sentence.
Sorry. I'll let you take it.
That's fine, go ahead.
No? That was all I wanted to contribute.
I start the sentence and you finish them? Can we do that?
No.
Yeah, we have never worked with them. I would say we would like to experience that for ourselves. You know, obviously there's a lot of people with opinions on if it's something that you should do, or if you just, you know, a lot of people say you should just self-publish. It's so easy to get your game up on Steam. Why would you enter into a contract with someone? You know, it's not just about the share of the revenue. It's also control over the project that you're dividing up in some way. But I feel like we need to experience that ourselves, make up our own mind. So yeah, I would definitely like to explore that. Right?
Yeah. Sorry, I'm just fiddling with the mustache situation.
We added a blob dex the last day. You can see all the blobs you had. Nice. Yeah. It's fine. I'm sure it works perfectly. 0 bugs added. Sure. That is wild. I can't believe you added that on the last day. You're insane. When it comes to publishers, you really have to read the fine print and make sure you're actually getting a good deal. Yeah. Yeah, there's so many different aspects of that deal, right?
Yeah.
You know, the revenue share, like how much control do you retain over your IP, over the project itself? Do you have say in their decisions, right? Like if they make a trailer or something, are they going to take your opinion into consideration, or are they just going to run with what they think is best? Yeah, you kind of have to think about all those things before you dive into it.
Yeah.
Thank you, Brent. I take it as a compliment. Well, hello. How's it
Oh,
going?
hello.
If you have a Discord, I need you to export my game, because for me it's just straight up doesn't work. Well, we do have a Discord, and there's a game dev help channel if you want to discuss what's going wrong. But yeah, that's probably something that you want to sort out, right? You can't just have someone export it for you. Doesn't sound like a long-term solution there. The reason I asked is I got contacted by quite a big publisher that wants to collab with my game. Told them I'm grateful for them for showing interest, and I will contact once I'm up to that point. Yeah, we had a similar situation as well when we were developing Super Cat Cafe. I wouldn't say they were a big publisher, but you know, they had published a number of games. They were established, I guess you could say. And we eventually decided that we weren't ready to have that pressure on us. At that point, we hadn't released a game before, right? So we
didn't know what it took.
Yeah, we already had the pressure of getting it done. And if we entered into a contract with a publisher, now we would have that added pressure on their side, wanting us to be done with it, probably asking us when it would be done and all that stuff. It just felt like too much at the time.
Yeah.
So we opted not to do it. I reckon that for this game, we might try to look for a publisher deal. Like once we have a vertical slice, a demo, whatever, we might send it out like a pitch to some publishers and see what happens. Nothing to lose, right?
Yeah.
It's also possible that we could find some valuable feedback if they try out the build, and even if they don't end up wanting to partner up, they might give us some feedback on why they didn't want to.
Yeah.
How did Super Cat Cafe release go? I haven't checked in a hot minute. Pretty good. I mean, beyond all expectations.
Honestly, yeah.
Yeah. It went great. You know, our community here rallied, all the nerds got us some reviews and stuff, and to our surprise,
it did much better than we were expecting it to do.
All sorts of people played our game. It was awesome. It was awesome.
I mean, even today, every time we get a new review saying that they loved it and that they just want more, it's so heartwarming.
Yeah, that has been our biggest point of feedback is I want more. I want it to be longer.
Which is a good thing, I guess.
Yeah. I'm mostly scared of not having full control over what will be added to the game. Yeah. Yeah. It has to be a level of trust, right? Like, you have to have enough trust and respect for the publisher that you're signing with.
Yeah.
And kind of have the belief that if they suggest something, they probably know better and they're suggesting it for a reason. But especially if it's a publisher that you haven't necessarily played their games and you don't know too much about them, it's really hard to have that trust.
We should have
we got some lines.
Because we should add some speed lines.
Yeah.
To make it feel faster.
I guess, would you draw a line on its own, and then I would.
Yeah.
Add
You
them?
would, whatever you think.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure, for sure. About 10 years ago, we dipped our toes into game dev. We had a great Forex strategy and got contacted by a huge publisher. They wanted us to finish the game in 1 year.
Ooh.
We rejected. It was impossible, and it discouraged us. We decided to go indie dev, but had to work at the same time. So it was hard. Yeah. It's so hard to make that decision, right? Because the idea of just having someone go, look, we love your project, we're going to give you some money for you to finish it, and you can dedicate full time, your full attention to it.
It's pretty awesome, right?
Yeah. There's a side of that that's really enticing. But now you've
made a promise.
You've made a promise. You made a deal, a contract.
You made a legal promise.
Yeah. It's a different beast than just doing a little bit of coding after work.
Yeah.
10 years later, here we are. We managed to finish a project and launch a game on Steam, no publisher.
Nice.
Can we get some yays?
Congratulations.
Can we get some yays for Tabugas?
Let's get some yays.
We did it.
Job well done.
Nice. Nice. Thank you for that, fart.
And there was much rejoicing.
That's what it's all about.
I have reached the maximum layers.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Oh, party hat. I don't have a party hat anymore. It'll have to be frog hat. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, it feels awesome, right? Like releasing a game. Yeah, it's crazy. It's still crazy. It's been a few months, but it's still crazy. And you know, like the game, our game did better than we ever could have expected. But when you talk about success, like financial success, it was okay. You know, it was a small game. It was very cheap with taxes plus Steam cuts plus everything. You know,
You're not left with too much.
yeah,
Really.
it's great. It, you know, definitely money in there, but it doesn't change our life in any way, right?
Yeah.
We still need a day job. We still need to treat this as a hobby. So nothing has changed. Still, sometimes when we wake up or we get a new review on Steam, it's like, damn, we released a video game.
We released a whole video game. Maximum layers on Procreate, unfortunately. So I think that's probably where I'm gonna leave it. And so I might just need to do the sheets separately, like for each thing, and then put them together in my PC in Photoshop.
Right.
Like stitch them together.
Yeah.
Get wrecked.
Damn.
Selene, get wrecked.
Didn't mean to pat ourselves in the back. No, you should. You deserve it. You
Yeah,
deserve
of
it.
course.
Yeah, since that publisher fiasco, it feels good to work on your own and publish something on your own. Even though we failed at marketing and it won't get viral and make any money. Yeah. Same on our end.
Doing it for the love of it.
Yeah. And you know, you live and learn. I think for this game, we're gonna try to focus on marketing a bit more. But at the end of the day, as indie devs, you know, small team, you gotta pick your battles.
Yeah.
And if I had to choose between marketing or focusing on just making a good game, I think you pick the game every time, right?
Yeah.
What? You've released a video game?
No.
Making the first B2B game. I'm calling it Totally Legal Tax Rebate. I have to admit, I do hope I can make some money from my games. Yeah, I think a lot of people in chat can relate. That's the dream, right?
Yeah, it'd be amazing if we could live off of our games, but I think it's still a ways ahead.
Long journey, yeah.
First we need games to publish.
Yeah.
First we need a game, then we'll see.
Yeah. And yeah, with multiple game releases, one is you have multiple games out there and hopefully all of them are selling a
We'll
little bit.
still be bringing you some passive
Yeah.
income, even if it's not much. But
You do hope it adds up into
Yeah.
the future, which is great. But also the experience, right? You
Yeah.
release your first game and you learn about Steam and you learn about a bit of marketing, a bit of game dev, you know, you get all that. And then in a second game, maybe you work with a publisher and you learn a bit more about that. And you'd think that with every release, you're going to know a bit more. So it's going to be a bit better each time. That's
Yeah.
the hope. But yeah. One thing you also need is food. So I think that's what we're gonna focus on right now.
I think so. I
Is
think
dinner.
I think I can carry on with this side animation next time.
Yeah. Good progress today. We got some animations in. We almost got a run cycle. We added some more stats in preparation for upgrades. Good stuff. Good stuff.
Yeah. Can't wait to do the forwards running and the backwards running.
Wow.
Wow.
That's later. Probably be a couple months before we get there.
Couple months from now. Yeah.
It's all good.
Also, hope that might idol has good potential. We're working now on making our mission system a lot more dynamic with French dialogue. So depending how far you're into the missions, the NPC will have a more likable feeling about you since you've been helping them. That sounds cool. That sounds like a way to definitely get a bit more engaged.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But thank you, Des, for that link. Yeah, like I said, I think you'll check it out.
Yeah, absolutely.
Later.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think we're taking you over to Seto.
Ooh, is it a Seto day?
I think it's a Seto day.
Nice. See you later, Tabuga. Thank you so much for coming in.
Thank you. Really appreciate you guys hanging out with us. It really helps a lot, motivation-wise. And I
Yes.
hope that us being here also helps you continuing work on your projects.
Yeah.
And if you have anything to share, we have our Discord. You can find us on like Blue Sky and stuff.
Thank you for that fart, Vin Diesel.
You know, show us your stuff. Let's share what we're making.
Yeah, and we'll be back on Tuesday evening with some more animations, running, stuff that you're
Some
gonna
stuff,
do.
some things.
things, you know, just
Yeah.
come hang out.
Yep.
Tuesdays are pretty chill.
All right, nerds. I'm hungry, so we're getting out of here.
All right, we'll catch you next time.
Bye bye.
Including being able to spawn enemies in the middle of the fight. Yo, two nerdy nerds? Is that two nerdy nerds? What is up? What is up, nerdy nerds? Welcome in. My chat viewer thingy isn't working correctly. That's interesting. Welcome, 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 welcome. Welcome in Bernardo and Celine. Welcome in everybody from the raid. Holy. RT's been following the stream for over a year. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Let's get you a shout out. Welcome in Temptic. Welcome in Bernardo. Welcome in Celine. Welcome in Beast Studios. Hit the evil mode. You don't have to do that. Welcome in Tabugus. I hope you're doing well. Holy, holy. Anthony Gaming 23.